Hi, this is Alex. Obviously, by the length of this recording, this is not a full episode of the podcast. This is just a check-in, honestly. Also today, hopefully today, you'll see a podcast trailer on the feed as well. But yeah, if there's an episode that you haven't listened to yet, this is your week to catch up. Okay, we have 7 full episodes out, full of amazing content. Before I go anywhere, I just want to thank everybody for the support, every view, every download, every like, every share, the word of mouth. Like, just thank you so much for engaging with me in these conversations. It really means a lot. When I started the podcast, I really had no idea what it was gonna look like or how it would land with people, but I'm really, really happy and proud of what we have put out and how it looks and just how it feels. Yeah, I'm getting emotional. This is not the intention of the episode or this recording, but I'm really grateful for everybody's support these past few weeks. I just had a few updates because I foresee the next few months to be a little bit turbulent, to say the least. So just wanted to keep you guys abreast with what's going on with me. So yeah, I mentioned this maybe last episode, maybe the one out before that, but no, it's definitely last episode. But April is the month that I'm trying to, get things together. I have a lot of plans to kind of detox my life. So like deleting old files, old text message threads, all those weird things we kind of keep around. Like I really want this month to be like the month that I clean things up. I mentioned this some time ago, but I am moving very soon. And so I do plan to keep the podcast going throughout the year, but there may be a week or two where there isn't a new episode out, but I'm gonna be trying my very best to make this consistent because I know people that are supporting it really love it. So I really want to get things going with you guys, and I also love making these episodes. So I'm always looking for guests, looking for topics to talk about. May is actually Mental Health Awareness Month, but I'll be moving probably second week of May back to my parents' house for like the summer, like 3-4 months, while I look for jobs and apartments because I'm moving again in August, hopefully, for grad school. And so depending on the jobs or apartments I find, I may be leaving earlier than I expect. So I just say all that to say this is your warning now that my life is just being uprooted, and I'm trying to do my best to like stay with the times. But I guess a side note, I've been reflecting on my time here, like where I'm at currently, and like physically, mentally, spiritually, all these different things. And I feel as though part of why I started the podcast, honestly, was this deep need in myself to rise to the occasion. This might be for you. If it's not for you, cover your ears. But I feel as though I'm at a point in my life where I see a life ahead of me that I can't have access to if I can rise to the occasion and work on myself and prepare a version of me that is able to not only accept but maintain the life that I see for myself, And so this podcast helps me be accountable with that because I have to show up every week and show up, editing and producing and hosting and interviewing, because if it doesn't happen, then there's no episode, So it's me being self-accountable to like really show up for myself and want to see that growth in myself so that I can see the results that I want to see, basically. Yeah, so that was like a side note, but with that, like I said, I still plan to be putting on episodes back home once I can find like a quiet spot in the house. I'm kind of worried, guys. My family's kind of loud, but I hope to find a quiet time or a quiet spot in the house. And oh my gosh, hopefully the Wi-Fi is like manageable for interviews and stuff. But we will get there when we get there. This is why I wanted to let you guys know in advance that the summer might look a little weird, but I'm gonna try my best to make it still a part of the tap in tap out canon. But on that note, I also wanted to announce that I plan to start some form of a newsletter for you guys, to introduce a new way you can keep up with me and what I'm doing. I'm still new to newsletters, honestly, and how they work right now in the creative space, but I've been trying to brainstorm some things that will be worth your time. Also, I genuinely miss like writing and blogging. If you didn't know, I started, well, I've been blogging for a long time, a while, but like in the Tumblr days, but I started an Instagram blog, Heart of Shema. It's still existing page, but I kind of put it on pause this year. But I used to do Instagram blogs and just like, photos and writing and stuff. And I've been missing that because I love podcasting, but I also miss the writing and just that kind of reflection work. And so I want to kind of include some of that back into this newsletter thing I want to do. Also, I probably include like podcast updates for the month. Any upcoming project ideas or updates I have, you'd be the first one to hear about it. I've been thinking about doing some like unlisted YouTube videos, like exclusive content. Does that sound fun? Like, I don't know. Like I'm open to ideas completely, but even if I just did like exclusive meditation tracks or affirmation tracks or some like movie reviews or something, like, I don't know. I'd be interested to do some kind of exclusive thing for the newsletter. Obviously, the newsletter is gonna be free. Just you would just sign up with your email and you get the newsletter probably every 2 weeks, I'd say. Oh my gosh, also I was thinking of doing, because people do ask me on the low about my Animal Crossing island. And so I might end the newsletter with some like Animal Crossing updates, like pictures of the island and the villagers and stuff, and for those that like that. So yeah, just thinking about it makes me happy. So I think that's a good sign. If there's something you would like to see in the newsletter, let me know. I plan to get that started officially in May. So I'm gonna spend this month doing the research on which, oh my gosh, what's it called? Which platform to use for the newsletter. If you guys have recommendations for that too, please let me know. But yeah, any kind of recommendations on platforms, which you want to see in the newsletter. But I'm getting an idea day by day of what I want to look like. So with that being said, I am moving in May, so expect some turbulence in May. I'm trying to do better at pre-recording stuff and being more like not planning heavy, but I do these episodes not like in the moment, but I don't have like the next 7 weeks planned out. I'll be honest. Like I have like I try to feel what I need to what I want to talk about every week and try to vibe it out, and see who I can bring in to talk about it. But I'm trying to do a better job at pre-recording and just being more on it with that kind of stuff. So this is like a one-man production, so please bear with me. So yeah, mid-May, especially when I'm moving and I'm taking all my things and leaving the country, basically. Just bear with me that during that time. And also when I do move again, I am trying to figure out what my life will look like. I'm starting grad school. I've been looking into like my schedule recently, and I see that I guess I have like few class sittings, like I'm not gonna be in class for a long time, but I presume that means I have a lot of reading to do and assignments to do out of school. So yeah, it's good because it means I'll have a lot of free time to schedule interviews and stuff. But just know that this is gonna be something I'm trying to figure out as well when I move to a new state. Also, I'm gonna be moving to a new state, so I have no idea what goes on there or what how I will get my footing there. But obviously, that will all take some mental effort, and so if the podcast, looks different during those times, then thank you in advance for being gracious with me. But I am super excited. I am genuinely excited to start a new life and be in a new setting and just feel like I don't know, just I just love new things, and so I'm really excited. But I want to take the time to really like process what I'm leaving behind, and just everything that I've been through and stuff. So I'll be taking that time this summer and stuff. But once again, that hopefully probably will inform the podcast topics, honestly. Like, this podcast has honestly become a way for me to talk about the things that are on my mind and in my journey of spirituality and mental health and stuff like that. So I don't expect the podcast to like suffer, because the podcast actually is fueled by my journey. So I'm actually excited for what the podcast can look like this year because of all the different things that I'll be experiencing. But as always, if you would like to be updated with what I do and on and off the podcast, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at JustAlexToday for updates. You can find this podcast wherever you find your podcast. Leave a review if you can. They will help a lot. I promise you they will help me a lot. So just go on Apple Podcasts, write a little review, do a little 5-star review, whatever you want to do, and that will help me a lot. If you guys have questions for me, DM me, send me an email. If you guys have guest recommendations or other podcast recommendations, please send them my way. I'm always looking for new ideas, especially now that I need to kind of be more efficient with pre-scheduling things. So if you guys have any ideas, just let me know. I'd love to include them in some way. Yeah, I guess that's all I have for this life update. Have a good week.